That's a tough question, man. That's a
This is
really
great again. It hasn't been great since 2002, 3.
it's a
So
really tough question. Trust me, I play in the pleb leagues of UKCS, and there's an issue. Production, close your mic, please. We can hear you in my ear. Um, yeah, I don't have an answer for that question. I don't. It's too tough a question at this point. I don't know.
I mean, we have a
I
really small pool of players. The culture
yeah.
is pretty bad, and I'm not aware that there being a lot of like, because North America had a lot of talent, as misguided as it may have been at various points. But we don't really have much going on right now. We've got some talent, but we don't
Yeah.
have any structure or anything like that going on.
There's a
So
lot of ego. There's a lot of like king of the castle, but that castle's in a very small island in the whole world. You know, I think Smoothie's given a good example in some of his interviews about. You know, he's quite a skilled player. Came in with a lot of ego. Went into a system like Big, where he had to learn how to play Counter-Strike properly, basically. So that's an example which is common, I think, with young
one guy
players.
made it out, James.
Well, Def made it
One.
out as well.
That's true. Is he going
Yeah,
back now though? Where's
I
he
don't
going?
know. I don't know. I was talking about chip shops in LA, and he replied to that. So I don't know where he
Nice.
is at the moment, but I wish him the best of luck. So you know, this is a tough one
FIFA made
because
it out too.
Sanji is such an important player for AVANGAR. Those of you who've heard me commentate AVANGAR before know I basically talk about Sanji the entire time, and I think he has a very unique role in Counter-Strike. I don't know that there's anyone who really plays for a team in the fashion in which he is utilized in AVANGAR, but
He's very low cost but high impact.
yeah,
So
that's a very good way to put it. Yeah, but Mo on Dust 2 might be fun.
yeah,
So let's see if
could
fun
work
can be
out.
had. Yeah.
But this is a great map for mousesports too. Let's not forget. You know, they've got they've definitely got a Dust 2 lineup. So it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out. On paper, if there was a full lineup for AVANGAR, I would definitely favor them. But here, I feel like it's definitely tipped into a more even situation. So we'll see how it goes. So here we are. We've got ourselves AVANGAR going for that push onto the A bomb site. Split so dear. There's a man in pits, and he's yet to be discovered because of the silencer, and indeed, he's still yet to be discovered. This is quite an unusual situation. Could almost have gone for the knife there. He has now been spotted. Kiko not really looking like he wants to deal with him, though, as the bomb has been planted. There's no reason to take the engagement per se. And so I kind of like this. This is an interesting spot because they're going to rotate into Kiko's position. I don't know that Frozen knew that he was even here. They're going to spot him, but this is going to waste so much time. And there's 3 players here. They have to push the issue. They have to force their way through, and they will. But again, time was burnt, and they got to run all the way to the site. That's going to cost time too.
I feel like it's too late already. Well, Frozen has a kit, but I don't know he's going to get close enough to the bomb. They had to kind of get the instant frags there. Didn't happen, and the pistol round at the very least will go the way of AVANGAR. Again, the money's off to the races. I'm just trying to think like what to expect from AVANGAR when you replace Sanji, the king of the Mac 10, with a sniper. It's a very unusual situation. And the thing is, like, you have to play. I think they have to play their game. You can see Mo's got a Mac 10, so he's basically taking the Sanji roles, which I respect. And I think you have to, because otherwise you just destroy the entire makeup of the team.
Yeah, there are definitely certain things, certain parts of what Sanji does. It's pretty simple, but ultimately, it's within the nuance within that is where he really shines. And I mean, it's Dust 2. They can definitely shift gears, and I don't think it's going to impact their default style of Dust 2 too much. So there is that as well. However, that's a nice pickup from Woxic. That should really speed things up here for AVANGAR. You can't really afford to lose anybody else before you've gained some position. And Woxic kind of, you can't also allow him to have such free reign in this position. There we go. There's the pressure that we needed to see from AVANGAR to gain, so that they could gain control of Catwalk. They needed to not allow Woxic any more damage.
And to speak of mousesports, I feel like in the recent years, as Adesk alluded to, they've been underachievers. Some spam there from Carrigan. Yeah, they haven't gone. I don't know the last time I would say that they went deep in a major, like to a satisfactory position, and that's often been a point at which roster changes have been made. Again, it's a team with great potential, but when are they going to get there? That's the question. Maybe they can give us some clues during this tournament here in Shanghai. The bomb's been planted. Now, what do mousesports choose to do? They still got 4 players alive. They could choose to reset the situation in the next round, considering they've gone for the force buy, and that's looks to be what they will choose to do. I think it's the best option, all things considered. They've lost position. Why not reset?
Dude, James' picture is so sick. Look at that. That's so baller. He's like the end villain, like the end boss. I don't know.
Was it James who made that weird joke in Poland about being attacked by Christians or something?
I don't remember. I know that it was like an AVANGAR thing, but I don't remember.
Just like the worst joke outside of the MIBRs. I'm leaving the team. Not really.
That was, oh my god, that was that was like triggering. It's just like, why do you do this?
Just why?
Why do you do this? Either way, AVANGAR, they're off to a decent start so far, and this is scary because again, AVANGAR, they're pretty damn well known for their Dust 2 defaults. Dust 2 is a pretty simple map in terms of the strategy, in terms of what you do, what options you have on the T side. But I would say AVANGAR are the team that, in this new iteration of Dust 2, showed us the greatest way to do it. How to build your Dust 2 success off of the Catwalk defaults. And here they will get themselves a long spawn, and they will use it. They will take long for free, which means that the CTs are likely around Catwalk as far as they are concerned. But of course, mousesports will go for the upper dark push. You kind of have to do it. You basically have to react with upper tons pushes, especially when you hear a lot of flashbangs towards the long position early in the rounds. Got to react.
Grenades are up and they cross. Carrigan with a nice 1D. Could have been a highlight on the car, but that will be denied at the very least. HE's towards the site now. There's some position to be had here for mousesports. This could be a position of variance. Woxic going for the jump shots. Adren down to 36, and Buster's going to get taken out. The bomb hasn't been planted. This is going from bad to worse for AVANGAR. They tried to wait out the plays from the CTs, and it's causing them problems. Drops in the smoke, and that leaves Kika. He's got the right tool for the job in the Krieg at the very least. 27 seconds. He has some time to try and eliminate someone. He knows Rops is close. Rops need not peek. He wants to guarantee the 2 versus 1. Oh, he's just faced it. He's trying to catch him off guard. But again, 15 seconds to plant the bomb. Is he going to get a chance? He might just be able to. Going for the bad plant position. Woxic starts to creep once again. He's got the bomb planted, but he'll get immediately deleted by Frozen. And sometimes it'd be like that.
It was actually really unlucky because if the jumping scout actually caught him, I think that he must have been like less than 100 milliseconds to actually planting the bomb here. He was extremely close because he started planting the bomb and then Woxic took 3 jump shots, and it was the last one that did it. So that was definitely extremely close. And also James dying, the way that James died to the MP9 within the smoke. For those of you that don't know, if you stand directly in the center of smoke, when it's dissipating, you get a one-way for like half a second. You get a complete one-way. So you'll see a lot of the pros will abuse that at various moments, and that was one of those moments where that worked out, and so that's something to look out for.
I'm too scared to actually try that to see if that's true.
I've tried it. It's just you just have to be very sure of where you're looking.
I can't react fast enough. I'm too long. I've got the lag from my hand to my brain.
Other things causing lag, I think, mate. Right. So a worrying start for AVANGAR. Double AWPs coming out. Chris J and Woxic holding on to those for the CT side of mousesports. But AVANGAR, as always, will find their way eventually to catwalk control. Although actually, as I say that, the bomb is in upper tons, so perhaps they are going to go for just a straight up B play without even harassing towards the A site.
I'll assume James was flashed off his angle. We all know how he likes to fish through those middle doors for extended periods of time on occasion, but he gets so much out of them as well. 40 seconds remain. mousesports have a reasonable setup on the B bomb site. Still some back and forth from AVANGAR. A very late smoke grenade will be a nuisance. Very well timed. Kikert starts to move through the doors. They're really leaving this one late. Now, Woxic may be able to do something over the smoke if it comes in CT spawn. 18 seconds, and Woxic will deliver the opening kill onto Kikert. There's a transfer from Rops, and he'll do some more damage, and Chris J will finish off the job. 8 seconds for James as he holds an angle. There's another flashbang, and he's forced away. Can only imagine what the chat's saying right now. They left it late, AVANGAR. mousesports, they've come prepared, it seems. They did not give AVANGAR the opening frag they were looking for. They flashed James off his angles. He likes to hold, again, he likes to hold for extended periods of time, wants to punish the CTs for being curious, for trying to identify what's going on and where to place themselves. But mousesports know better than to give him those kills.
Yeah, there were definitely some clues there for mousesports. The fact that AVANGAR didn't do anything around Catwalk, because the thing about Dust 2 is you can set up anything off of Catwalk. And you can confuse things, you can draw utility, but they had no utility, AVANGAR. So they were trying to play it slow to account for that fact, and didn't work out for them. So mousesports can be happy about that, but there's more to be done for AVANGAR in this round. Jamie's got a bunch of minions, little minions to throw at mousesports' defense whilst he lights everybody up with the AWP. Perhaps that's the plan here, is they will make their way across, and in lieu of a flashbang, a run boost, perhaps, to draw out some fire, and it will find nothing, as no one's really close for mousesports, just playing the site. There's only one man on the side on the A ramp, but with no Molotov to do anything about that player. I don't know how AVANGAR are going to find success in this position, especially look at all this utility that's being tossed systematically, one after the other, to that catwalk position. It's a brutal position to find yourself in. And I think that was that flash that you talk about, James, the palm tree flash.
Yeah. So if you release left and right click and kind of walk backwards a bit, flash goes off behind the palm tree, can't see it coming. Frozen, ready with the first frag. Woxic just waiting, shotgun mode. Quick scope though for Adren. 35 seconds left, the bomb is on the floor now, and Jane remains 1 versus 5. He'll take one in the face, and mousesports will make it to 3. It's a great opportunity here with Sanji unable to make it because it's passports and an embassy, for mousesports to start this tournament off on the right foot. They have the lead now. Got a strong team. Still waiting for Rops to make it deep in the major.
Yeah. That would be nice to see. Feels deserving of his talent, but it's a team game. And
Counter-Strike is hard.
it is, and I would expect to see the AVANGAR set piece in this round. Actually, I had to count that utility.
What set piece would
Well,
that be, Dan?
they only have one Molotov. Well, they have the classic, so they like to throw the classic one-way smoke, and then they have a smoke on a deeper as well on the top of the quick cat boost box. Everyone has different.
So execute towards A.
Yeah, and you get the Molotov to Goose, you get the Molotov towards A ramp, and it's just the way that they throw everything together is really well drilled, and it's very clean. They make it somewhat impossible for you to hold the site. You basically, the one counter to it is you have to play aggressive into the smoke, into the 2 smokes. You have to have someone go a bit aggressive, and that's one of the ways to deal with it. Otherwise, your other best option is to just try to play retake. But so they don't have all the utility to do that, so they're going for a different option here. It is going to be towards mid and B, the B splits, and Frozen is... he actually does have some vision there over the smokes, and it's very dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. Chris J is going to look outside as well, and Rops is doing a great job here, able to get 1 kill himself, and Chris J unable to do much, it seems. He'll get sandwiched, and they're going to make their way into the bomb site, but it's just Mo left to plant in the 1 versus 3.
No AWP for James. I don't think Mo can really risk going for it either. He has a Krieg though, which may certainly help you. Here's the reload from Frozen, and there's the armor penetration. Here's the AWP, and there's a shot in the face, baby, from Woxic to make it 4-2. An expensive run for mousesports. They've got 2 ops if they want them, and they will extend their lead indeed.
Great stuff. This is a really good start. It's been difficult for AVANGAR because their money's not really been in a place, I think, for them to open their T side in the ways that they would like. And I think that's really kind of thrown them off keel. So we'll have to see if they can find a balance in these coming rounds where they will have enough money to get all the utility. Obviously, they could have tried to sacrifice something for utility in some of the previous rounds, but they opted not to do that. So perhaps one of the reasons is because maybe they're playing with a stand-in. There's maybe some considerations that they're taking with that. Going for that play across to the blue container, but the blue dumpster, but he won't make it across. Smoke.
Race car from James through middle doors, but he will be punished for his insolence, for his trespassing. Carrigan creeping. Oh, I don't think he realizes that Adren is by blue. He has some support, but Carrigan's in the red. He'll keep engaging though. Adren can, oh no, that's just worst case scenario. He just looks at the floor and he just waits to die. Sometimes it'd be like that. You look at the Molotov, okay, I've got a gap. Suddenly you no longer have a gap. It feels like it takes eons at that point for the smoke to come out and then be thrown. There was nothing more he could do. 2 versus 5 now for AVANGAR. Buster and Kikert remain. They have possession of shorts. I say they, it's just about they at this point. Looking for an opening, looking for the CTs to get curious, looking for them to walk into an angle, to gift them something away into this round, although it does not look likely.
It's going to be a tough one. Where there's creeks, there is always opportunity. 20 seconds though, that's not, I don't think, even if he went full sprint to the bomb site at this point, the round can't be won. So they're just holding for kills, and it's a rough spot to be in it. It's not going to be easy considering that, where's their money going to be at? It's going to be, let's have a look. Trying to do the calculations. Well, there it is. So yeah, so it's not going to be an easy spot for them. There are definitely options though with this. If you get full utility on those 3 players that do actually have the loss bonus, the money to play with, then you can try to scramble together something in this round. I think you kind of have to. You need to keep that economy honest for the CTs. You've got to try and get something going for your team, get a bomb plant. Your money loss bonus is growing as well. You want to even up the money too. And there's a pick. So there we go. Using that long timing to great success. Opening kill. And that gun is retrievable too. And they can make a good guess that it is. And they're waiting for the push.
Ah.
You know that there's going to be a push somewhere after a quick pick like that. It gets worse for mousesports now. Oh my.
I wonder if his scope was heard. That's such a horrible angle that Adren is holding. There we go.
With an orb, that's so ambitious, isn't it?
Yeah, I think if he didn't hit well, he was looking for anyway, so.
Yeah, I
it
feel
is
like
what it is.
you almost have to just go shotgun mode and just like not scope and just quick scope it or something like that, but. Ooh, a line up there, and there you go. Carrigan against 4.
If he can take weapons away, that's something at least. He's got $9,000 in the bank. Molly, by the default plant, eats the HE grenade as well. So he may not be able to get much more out of this. He goes for it, tries to do what he can, which is not much on this occasion. And there's a 3rd round for AVANGAR. It feels very lopsided at the moment, but the score is 3-5.
Yeah.
So it's still close for the time being.
One of the reasons why this upper tunnels push is a bit odd is because normally the CTs only want to do that push when they feel like it's pretty safe to do it. But and AVANGAR, they just had 1 player go for a pick. It wasn't like they threw 5 flashes and they like really ran in and invested heavily into long. So it was a gamble from mousesports. Didn't work out. Sometimes you've got to go for the gambles, and this time they'll hold on to the catwalk position, going for a 2-man play. And Frozen had a very fast timing. He ran down Suicide, and now the push comes into the B site, and Rops with the spray down gets himself a fantastic result. But there's still a chance here for AVANGAR.
Yeah, Rops has got himself a lot of mileage from that position in the rounds thus far. Well, it's a fast burst from the CTs, and they've taken the bomb site. James, what else is there for him to do? He's going forward rather than back, but again, it's flames that will cause death for AVANGAR, and mousesports will get back to winning ways. 6 rounds on the board now. It is an expensive round though. Money will have to be spent. Those coffers will start to die. Molly's being thrown all over the place. I suppose there were spares on the floor. All right then, 6-3. We'll see how much money is left for mousesports and what AVANGAR can do. They can pull out a buy once again. There's a tactical timeout from mousesports. See Woxic. Actually, he's still got a fair chunk of money in the bank, but that won't be true for everybody else.
This is looking actually a bit worrying for if you're an AVANGAR fan. We're not seeing, I think, what are some of the kind of more characteristic ways to play the map that we're used to seeing from them. Again, of course, they are playing with the stand-in, but I'm still surprised not to see some of it. There are, like, you know, it's pretty simplistic, this map. It's not like an overpass. If it was overpass T-side, I'd be like, you know, okay, there's a lot of complexities to how layered your defaults are on that map and how they may vary, but it's pretty simple on this map. And you can play spawns as well. Sometimes you can get unlucky with your spawns, but AVANGAR, one of the reasons for their success is that they were a team that never were too... They never really needed to rely on the spawns too heavily on this map. But yeah, if a T-side has many long spawns, that's very hard to handle as a CT side.
Oh, cheeky. Fortunate to escape. James wants to continue moving forward. The Flames will continue at least in a short position. That's 4 sets of Molotovs in one area. And it's not even Inferno Banana. Pop flash for Frozen, and he sees no one there for now. In the meantime, Long has been taken. Mo is going on a journey, it seems. Now that Long's been taken, mousesports must hold that short position. That's generally how it goes. They won't go for the retake, it seems, although Carrigan was having a look, but off they go. Smoke on that short area. This is all expected. 50 seconds on the clock for AVANGAR to continue their pursuit. Seems like they've left Long. The bomb will be in tow. But where will they head?
This is a really cool round in terms of how the map controllers worked. But Catwalk retaken again by the CTs, and here goes another retake for the T side, and they're going to be successful in their attempts. Carrigan getting tagged as he goes across to a ramp, expecting a player to be on long, because they had a player harassing them from long, but he has since died, and Jane will take down Carrigan in his indecision. And it doesn't seem like there's too much to be done here, positionally speaking, for mousesports. They're not in a good spot, and Adren will take down Chris J on the rotation, and Robs is left alone, and he'll get caught as well. And really, this is a really cool round. Just the fact that AVANGAR have heavy pressure on Catwalk, where mousesports got some value, and then it's like a whole retake battle where James starts pressuring mid, and at the same time, Mo has to provide pressure towards long so that the CTs on with the cat control aren't just thinking, oh, AVANGAR are definitely going B then. You know, and so just that constant battle for map control there was really fun to watch.
Yeah, abandoning Long essentially gives him an extra man, as we can see Carrigan looking for a guy on Long who is never going to appear. Always fun when you can give yourself an extra man, a spectre. Almost said scepter, a spectre in those situations, an apparition. 6-4, there's a 2-round lead for mousesports, although how likely is it to continue? We've seen some players change the way they do that smoke grenade, because the way Adren likes to do it, just the right click, does invite some spray straight into your dome if the CT's in the right position to do it. So some players aim higher for a kind of almost a fadeaway smoke grenade, which lands in the same place but allows them to quickly change position. So this is a must-win situation now for mousesports. Again, it is Dust 2. While the rounds where mousesports have won have mostly been with confidence, there's no guarantee they're going to win this map.
This is really cool too, just how systematic they are. And again, the previous round, mousesports investing players on Catwalk, it's a great response, a great thing to do against AVANGAR, because they base so much of their play, as they should, as anyone should, around Catwalk on this map. And we get the late retake of Long, also a strong way to play it. Oftentimes, unlike the beginning of the round, there's only going to be one CT here. And Carrigan wins the 1v1, knife comes out, he gets tagged, but he's alive, and that's what's important. And Woxic holding off the Catwalk play as well. Gets himself a kill and doesn't have to worry about Long. Dren will make his way forwards. The Molotov's encroaching as well on Roxic's position. The trade comes through, and there's no time to plant the bomb at this point. It's just damage for Adren and for Jame, and they're not going to get a single thing, it seems. That just took too long.
Some clean shots there from Woxic. Always fun to watch him on the servers with his crazy high sense. But you said he lowered it to somewhat, right?
Yeah, because it was definitely higher before. I checked recently in pro settings, and it's definitely slower than it was. It's still very, very fast, but it's not nearly as insane as it was. Oh my God, what the hell was that?
It's history now, Dan. We've got to move on. That was a must-win for mousesports, and they passed the test just when you thought it was safe for AVANGAR to make a comeback. Carrigan on the UMP. I wonder if that'll become even more rare with the new prices of the SMGs, of the rifles. Chris J's turn to be close to the entrance. There's a fadeaway HE grenade. Chris J will try to defend from the car position as well. He's got some kind of crossfire, but there are flames, and there are also AK-47s. He needs flashes from his teammates, Chris J, but will they come? Frozen has one. There we go, Kikert taken out. He's jiggling now. He's just buying time, Chris J. He's done a great job of staying alive, and Jame will surely go down. Carrigan comes charging in like the Delta Force, Chuck Norris on the motorbike, but it's a UMP, and mousesports move to 8.
Yeah, I love how Chris J played that car position. It's a really strong right angle peek into what the T's are facing, where they're coming out, and you know, you have to go really deep because you're on this left eye peek really close to the boxes. So it's a very tricky position if you're getting slowed down like that. And mousesports continue their success. It's looking really good on this CT side. 8 rounds already. That's, with the prospect for more, it's not a good look here for AVANGAR. mousesports finding comfort again. mousesports a Dust 2 team for sure.
Chunks. That HE did about 100 damage across 2 players. And they're still to be cleaned up. Frozen inviting Mo to run into his bursting. Jane, Buster, and Kikert remain. The bomb is still with AVANGAR. Carrigan's in the pit. Now, it's a tricky situation for AVANGAR because if they go through those doors, they have to expect support flashes to come from the A-bomb sites. But Kikert's only got a deagle on short, so he can't try to potentially read that play and go for a punish without very high risk. Well, there's an exchange of shots through the door, and support is on the way with Buster.
I think Rops just gave up and just started spraying. He's just like, I just don't even care anymore. Like, what is happening? They said it was accurate, James. They lied.
Buster and Kikert are all that's left. There are rifles for Kikert to pick up in that mid position, I do believe. Surely he'll go and collect one. Over to the left. There must be a rifle there, surely. Well, anyway. Buster's got a Krieg, Kikert's got a Deeg. Chris J on the B-bomb site with a Krieg of his own. He has the angle and the scope, so he is in a much better position. I did not know there was a tiny crack in that double stack. Great movement from Kikert. Unfortunately, it's movement to his doom, but what else could he do there? He was trying to make an opening for Buster to plant the bomb. That's been successful, but what else can Buster do?
He's got a molly as well, actually. He doesn't have time to throw it. Has to get his gun out, and he will. But they are fast into the bomb site, so they'll close down this opportunity. It was a nice try. It's a nice try. I was looking at their money because I'm thinking, like, if they have enough money to buy an AWP, to replace the AWP, they can pick up the second Krieg, James.
Well, yeah. Well, the second Krieg. I saw Carrigan favoured holding on to the Krieg over the AWP earlier on in the half.
Yeah.
Which you have to respect, especially on the B-bomb side. With how the AUG used to be and how the Krieg is, it has so much utility holding down pushes in that choke point. Yeah. It really, like, if a T stops, they're better to engage, they better hit the headshot fast, because otherwise they would get cut to ribbons. There are
definitely some positions where when you're scoped in with the Krieg, it's like this perfect range where it feels really, really good, and the headshots feel very easy to find. Like, for example, if you're on a CT on the B-bomb side of Cash, looking into B main, that peak feels really, really good with the Krieg defensively. So, yeah, there's definitely certain spots which are really nice.
I feel like on the B-bomb side of Dust 2 as well, because there are a few different places, like around double stack or on a platform that you can can take. While the T's try and figure out where you are, that's time for you to just blast people.
Yeah,
They're looking
so
around to
right.
see what position you're playing, and then they're just dead, essentially.
You are so right. The orgs were such. I guess like wherever copy paste, you know, wherever the orgs were, it's super strong when they were very good. You can put the creeps there now. Basically the same thing. Well better. But well, AVANGAR, they really need 6 rounds here. mousesports are looking fantastic. Okay, so that's the classic lurk smoke, little gap on the bottom right. And this is what I was talking about. This is the way to deal with it. If there's a lurk smoke, you want to play a player close to it. And there's the second smoke there on the boost boxes. And Roxit will make his way above. And he would get some kills here. But it's looking pretty good here for AVANGAR overall, getting all the kills they need now. It's just Rops alone. So this is something that you would often see AVANGAR be able to pull off, you know, many, many times in their T side. But it's really the first time I think we've seen those smokes, which everyone calls the AVANGAR smokes.
Yeah.
You know, where they at?
Yeah, well, I guess they don't want to be too obvious in their plays, but they are effective.
Yeah, it's one of those things too where like, because you can't really deny the catwalk control, you can throw the lurk smoke like a couple times. You can get a couple players throwing it because it's not a very, obviously it's not super smoke intensive. You just need, obviously, like, ultimately 2 smokes in the end, like for the play to succeed. So you've got 3 smokes at your disposal for other stuff. So maybe you could fake it out, drop a couple of those lurk smokes, really make things really weird for the CTs, bait out nades, force them to go to like bait them to play those aggressive spots and punish them. But here we go, 5 rounds and looking for that 6th. They have actually really forced the money into a weird spot for mousesports. A couple UMPs have come out.
Yeah, it is the last round though, so it could be worse for mousesports. They held on with the key rounds earlier on, which put them in a really good position as we approach half-time here on Dust 2. Walks it completely blind, but still swipes Adren as he makes his way into the lower tunnel. He just has to sit there with regret now. 4 versus 5, looks like a fast one in the last round of the first half for AVANGAR. They start to move towards the B bomb site with a split. Rock's going towards the doors, gets his bell rung, but can he have an impact? He can. Drops the bomb, slows things down. Look at the boost from the CTs. Will the bomb even make it into the site? Looks like it will. Default plant as Kika makes his way towards the halls.
And there's the catch of the flank, and it's going to work out nicely. 2 versus 3. Now the Mo's very weak. Pretty predictable position, but it's a hard one to spot if Mo is quick to his shots. Oh, we can't find it though in the Kriegs. Will reign supreme. And there's the defuse. So 10 rounds for mousesports. That's a really good half. And if we consider that AVANGAR got the first couple rounds, it's a really, really good response from mousesports. AVANGAR could never really get that momentum they needed.
Yeah. Yeah, that was so far so good for mousesports. Again, it's a good opportunity for them to start well in this tournament. That first half is not too shabby. It's hard to know what to expect from AVANGAR without a Sanji. They have a Mo, but obviously they have a James as well, right? So James going to be on the AWP, so Mo is probably just going to be playing Sanji's positions, which maybe he's the best player to replace as a sub. I don't know, time will tell. But it's Dust 2, so I think that there are reasonable chances here for AVANGAR. But mousesports look to be in control at the moment. So from the mousesports point of view, seems so far so good.
Yeah, and especially, you know, if they're fortunate on their spawns on the T side, they're definitely going to get into some good spots. That's like one of the cool things about Dust 2. You know, you don't have to necessarily know the one set piece, which is pretty effective and universally good, which is, you know, what we call the AVANGAR smokes and so on, and the following Molotovs, which again, pretty easy to know all those. You can get by on long spawns, like you really can. It's very hard to stop if you're the CTs, if the Ts get a really good long spawn. So we'll see how that dynamic plays, you know, for mousesports. And the other thing too about the way the meta is right now is that you have the smokes that the CTs throw to cross to the B site without getting sniped. And the problem about those smokes is that smoke allows the Ts to go down suicide for super fast mid or catwalk timings as well. So that's also problematic. But looks like we're actually live into the second pistol round here. We'll have to see if AVANGAR can find a good start again. Ooh, okay. Abort. I hope it's an abort right now, James, because I don't think this is a good look.
Well, it's a pistol round, so it's not the worst situation, but it might get worse. The bomb's dropped. They have no idea where James is just yet. They've seen him now, but is it too late? Runs out of bullets, but has he done enough damage? He may well have. It is a pistol round though, so again, Woxic, he just needs the headshots. He has time. There's no bomb plant pressure. They're swinging through the smoke, running out of bullets. Seems they picked the right time, and AVANGAR take a much-needed pistol round away.
But can they hold on to this money advantage? mousesports did not get a bomb plant, so not opting to go for any hero creeks, which would be really effective on a map such as Dust 2. One of the better maps, of course, for it. Well, I guess it's not really a bad map for for it technically. Maybe Inferno, maybe the only one that would where it wouldn't really be that great, but ultimately it should be a very easy round for AVANGAR. The creeks will be out on the following rounds, and until then, it's just a case of seeing what they can get done here with these P250s, of which there's only 2, Woxic and Carrigan. So not really grouping up at the moment, so it'll be hard for them to get position. The only thing they have to do that is numbers, really. And now they start to group up to assemble those numbers, to rally themselves. And the most common way, or common thing you would see in a round like this is a catwalk push onto a short plant. That's the hope. But James is the guy that will prevent that plant every single time in the goose position.
Well, Chris J's, he's made a good run. The human cannon, the human catapult. James just waits. Chris J is denied. And mousesports are going to continue to lose players, it seems. Carrigan's got a P250, a hope and a dream. A ring and a prayer. P250's paid for itself with his first frag, and his first frag is his last frag, because he died.
I think James has the best picture. What do you think? So far, I think he's got the best one. Buses is really good too.
Yeah, James is, you know, it's a bit Tinder.
What do you mean?
You know, it's like kind of got the swag thing going on. It's nice though. Mo fits well with the flag there.
Well, we got all the creeks out. It's looking like a long take here, but mousesports not really having the spawn for it, or not just kind of delaying things a little bit. Mo's gotten close to the MP9, turning his back though at the wrong time, and that's also a Dren getting wiped out. I don't think either of them was expecting that to come through. And, well, they are now 2 players light, and that's going to make things quite difficult. In fact, they are moving into a saving position already. You can see Jay moving away from the action as opposed to towards the action. And his teammates, instead of pushing the upper dark position, are looking to hold onto the B-bomb side. And they know that, obviously, it's the A side of the map that's compromised. So, effectively here, they're just trying to work to survive. And, well, that's a wrap. There's not really much more to say about this round than that.
Yeah.
It was just about those long kills. That's it.
Escape to victory. They've clawed their way through the walls of the prison.
Clawed their way through the walls. Either of those are very, very...
It happens more often than you think.
It must be very bad walls, or...
Hey man, government's got
very
less
bloody
and less budgets.
fingers.
Crappy walls.
The walls made of muds?
Maybe.
Mud walls.
Well then, mousesports are back to winning ways pretty quickly. They'll make it to round number 11. Carrigan must be happy. I still miss the days where Sunny was on mousesports. Mainly, no disrespect to like in-game play. I mean, obviously he was awesome on mousesports, but just like him, Rops, and Chris J together, just the swag lords. You had Rops with the Gucci slides. You got Chris J with the necklaces and other hypebeast stuff and Supreme stuff, and then you had Sonny with the outrageous Philip Plein shoes with spikes on and all sorts. So it's just awesome. Just a great group of people just on road.
Yeah, it's sad in a way, because I think a lot of people will look back on that lineup, and that's a lineup that should actually have accomplished more than it did.
Yeah.
And there's definitely, if we were going to go into it, there's a lot of reasons why. I think it's fair to say. But either way, you know, such are the times. It is what it is. And this is a great spot for AVANGAR to try to get back into the game here. They're only 4 rounds behind, and they really, I'm sure, endeavor to make it, you know, no greater than that, a deficit, that is. But it will be tough. They are outgunned ultimately in this round. Obviously, James is really the player who could turn things in that sense. Pop flash there to make sure that any close players are dealt with. Now, they don't have to commit off of this mid to B smoke, but that said, they don't have any more smoke, so I guess they do. And then they go. There's only 2 players here. The A players have yet to rotate at all. They are now starting to move. This is going to be tough for Buster. Oh my god, I think they're going to get annihilated. But mousesports is slowing things down here.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm wondering if the CTs are going to start getting kills, but apparently not. They were pretty slow to CT spawn, and mousesports were outside for so long, but there it is. The round is over.
And again, save time.
Yeah, they were given plenty of opportunity to eliminate, and eliminate they did. So here we are. The bomb has indeed been planted, and again, it's a save situation for AVANGAR. mousesports will move to 12. They're starting to build money as well as momentum, and that does not bode well for a CT team who have an uphill struggle now. James trying to hold on to what he can. So yeah, the first map, you wonder if it will go the way of mousesports. It's starting to look that way. Inferno is the second one.
Indeed.
And Trainer's the last.
It's going to be interesting to see if there is a way for them to bounce back in this series. You know, playing with a standard, I would have imagined that this would have been the easiest map for them to find comfort with the standard on. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. It's hard to say. Ultimately, though, mousesports are looking good too, and it is a roster that, you know, I think, you know, everybody's given them a lot of time to build. They've got a lot of young talent here. Carrigans are pretty proven. You know, IGL and, of course, you know, Robs and Chris J, very proven on their previous lineups too. So I think it's really just a matter of time, given the skill on the team, for them to have a lot of success. And James going aggressive, taking the bull by the horns. AVANGAR really looking to take the initiative in this round. They've done so, but they will lose key cut. Oh, okay.
Well,
upper dark push working out.
Yeah, that's a lot of players that can be towards the A bomb site now. James trying to jiggle, trying to use his teammate, avoiding all these grenades. Got some plant attempt positions in terms of Adren. He can play off of his teammates from short now as well. Oh, that's just completely exposed in his direction. The bad plant looks pretty bad now. Frozen and Woxic, 2 versus 4. Looks like the score might be kept close if this continues. What do? How do you take position? You know, Adren's just waiting there. You got no grenades to force him from his position. Frozen going for the wall bangs. He's put Adren down to 60. But still, he's just standing there wasting time.
Yeah, if only they had a Molotov. But they will be able to get a plant here. This is recoverable. Woxic and Frozen. The 2 youngsters in the 2 versus 4. They've got the Kriegs here. It's a labored spray, but Woxic with the transfer onto the player on Gandalf. Adren goes down. Now it's up to Woxic for everything. He's got to complete the quad kill here for the clutch. And he will be having a player coming from that crossover position. Woxic looking to hold this down. It's going to be a tough one, though. Edging his way forwards. Buster finds success as the kill is had, and the defuse is his as well. And that is a great round from AVANGAR. I am quite impressed by how they held on to this one.
Yeah, they just really killed the time there for mousesports. Only 2 players will survive. So we'll see what part that has to play. Again, there's plenty of money for mousesports, and this is the problem. You win one round, you don't win it with great numbers. mousesports have built up so much money, there's just no let-up. There's just pressure, pressure, and more pressure. So there's plenty of defending for AVANGAR to do. Bomb plant is necessary for mousesports. Okay, we have a very fast play from Adren into the short position. See what he has in store for his opponent. He kind of looks like that new covert level T, or whatever the top tier level T is called, with the hair. There's a cosplay to be had there.
I am the cosplay.
Yeah, you are one of them, for sure. Obviously, I'm the cosplay for any black guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, look at the kills flying in for AVANGAR. They've got 3 unanswered frags so far, which is perfect for them. No bomb plant would be a great help as far as they are concerned. Mo with an off angle, we'll expect it. There's one, and he's not going to find the other one, but Jamal immediately. There we go, surviving in the numbers. 4 players alive, and then 1 round away from double figures AVANGAR. This is not over yet.
It certainly is not. I was expecting mousesports to run over AVANGAR and given the start, but no, that's not really the case so far. Well, they find a way to bounce back. Again, Dust 2 is pretty simple. You just have to get yourself into the spots. That's one of the reasons why the long spawns are so good, because you can kind of guarantee, unless the CTs give it up, that you get either position if they do get it up for free, or you get yourselves often a kill or 2. So that's a kill from James there from the site, and they can leave Woxic in this position if they want and work on the rest of the map. And sometimes that's advisable because the CTs will make plays into the upper dark. They will make plays around middle. You need to, and oftentimes you want to keep them honest, but you can also just send everyone long. That is a viable way to do it, but it does require good usage of utility. Otherwise, you do get kind of crushed. So looks like they're going to go for the option of just hammering long. Let's see if it works out for them.
3-man on the road. There's a pop flash for Kika. They were lining up for him, but he only gets 1. He has a lot of information, though, but can they hold? Information's all well and good, but you've got to find the frags. James has an incendiary. He also has an AWP, and his chances have come and gone, but he can hold on to it for the retake. Bomb being planted for long. Frozen is in control at present. There's the incendiary. Force him off the site at the very least. A lineup at Rops will take aggression and take James' head off. Adren and Buster remain. And this is not going to be easy.
Yeah, it really isn't. Their money is not really very good. I think they have to save, but they really need both these players to save. They'll get a second AWP out of it, which is lovely, and that will keep the integrity of their economy in check. But ultimately, you know, mousesports on 13 rounds now. They only need 3 more, and you know, given the fact that they've got so much success just by sending all players long, that's a little bit scary for AVANGAR. I would like to see AVANGAR, you know, putting more investment towards long. Now, you know, you can still take long effectively if the CTs have it early round just by doing a delayed long take. At that point, you know, you're usually only going to have to worry about 1 player. But we'll see how mousesports decide to handle it. They do have long spawns, so they can go for a long play again. And it's like that's exactly what they're going to do.
Grenades are out. There's a flash by the door from Woxic, and out he goes. But it seems that the CTs will defend. Adren may call for a flashbang, alive for now. But how long will he last? Not very long. Oh, sorry, he's alive. There's Mo who went down. Sorry, wrong perspective. So Adren is still alive. Some flashbangs to buy time. He's able to get the reload in. Now Kika could go for a fake flash with the decoy. There's a decoy flying out. So Adren is bought a few more seconds, but eventually he will fall. 3 versus 3. He sees one of the 3 players on a death cam. Not sure how much more information he got. Maybe there's sound cues. We'll see what AVANGAR choose to do. They have the short position, but not much information.
That was an amazing play from Adren. The first kill that he got was pretty awesome. Not really nice, precise flick. Followed it up with another kill. Almost killed Frozen as well. That honestly, like, I feel like AVANGAR shouldn't really be in as good of a position as they are. But Adren is a class act, as we know him to be. And he's given them a lot of opportunity to stay in this one. And they've kept 2 players towards A. That's their gamble. They've given up middle completely. In mousesports, looking like they may walk into the stack as much of a 2-player hold as as you can consider a stack to be. But nice catch from Jane. That's a beautiful shot, and all the information's there, almost leaving himself exposed with the apex of his jump visible to the T's as they are oncoming onto the bomb site. The Kriegs will start to do their work.
Mousesports are getting closer. Buster's in a 1 versus 2. A dab hand with an AWP. Notorious on the B bomb site, but he's got to take it on A. Throws the HE. Doesn't get a kill from it. They know where he is now. The low ground, not ideal. Does he back away completely, or does he go towards shore? He has a kit. So again, if he's gifted something by his opponent, then maybe. But seems like he will hold on to it. There's no money for the squad at this point. And this is, we're down to the crucial point. 14 rounds for mousesports. I'm sure that AWP will go the way of Jame unless they allow him to keep it because of the Kevlar, but I imagine it'll go the way of Jame. And Rops will hunt.
14-9 indeed. And again, it was a really tough spot. Adren did so much, but it still wasn't quite enough. Okay, so we've got B spawns for mousesports this time. They're going to rush B, I wonder. Looks like it. That's what I'm telling you, man. Dust 2, it tells you how to run your T sites for you. It tells you the calls.
Are they going to do it?
With the spawns.
I mean, they've got double Mac 10, so surely they have to. They might be compelled to. The power of Dust 2 compels you. Wow, the power of AVANGAR deletes you, it seems, or maybe the power of Kika with a 3K. And there's a 4K from Kika. Adren will steal the ace away, because why not? Play for W, not for the highlights. And AVANGAR finally make it to 10.
So this is the funny thing, right? Because obviously AVANGAR can't read that it's going to be a B play. So B play because they got B spawns, James. Unless AVANGAR like somehow, you know, I don't know, in the matrix and understand what the game or spawns the game are going to give mousesports. There's no way they could otherwise kind of know that. So that was a pure gamble from AVANGAR to have 3 players B, but it worked out really well. So sometimes those gambles work.
Sometimes they do. And that's put mousesports on eco. So we're going to get it, well, we should get a close game. I'd say 14-11 is close enough. And that does look likely with these pistols out and 0 grenades. Oh, Adren's got the laser. Okay, here come the legs. Escape to victory. They're on the run. Adren will start well. It's honestly like Battle Royale, Japanese film. They're just being hunted. They've been ill-equipped and hunted. Woxic will make it expensive for Frozen. He's only got a UMP though, so I don't imagine he'll get more from it. The bomb lies with the CTs. Oh dear, he's collected an AWP. He's in a 1 versus 3. That was so fast.
You saw the crosshair traveling to the guy's face.
I feel like he was halfway through the flick, you know. He was 1 click away. You never know with Woxic. You like to see him pick things up in that kind of situation, but there we go.
Yeah, it's definitely getting a little bit scary now for mousesports. I gotta say, like, how tilting is it when like you do rush B and there's 3 CTs just there? It's like there's no way they could have known. There's that smoke I was mentioning earlier that allows you to cross, but the T's get down suicide quickly, and you can see that Woxic does have to hold that position. And look how fast, 142, Chris J's already up the catwalk stairs. So you get these super fast timings thanks to that smoke. And there's the lurk smoke we were talking about, and that will surely force some utility as a response. There's an A, there's this incendiary. Just keeping presence alive, keeping the CTs on A occupied.
Quietly, mousesports will focus towards the B bomb site. There's no one really in spawn for AVANGAR to stop a split or a push. Very light on grenades outside of Molotovs, I think. On the mousesports side, they start to move in. Buster hasn't seen anything just yet, but Kika will deal. Buster surely has to get 2. A laboured first kill will stop that from happening, and there may still be a chance here for mousesports. They've made it a 3 versus 2. They've taken the B bomb site. Buster, he will be very frustrated. So late in the game, not to get 2 kills there. May prove fatal. Carrigan will get taken out though. There's still a chance. Adren is low. He'll take the AWP, but will they actually go for this? They could lose everything if they do.
Yeah, it's definitely a hard call. It's a 2v2 though. Well, okay, that makes the decision easy for Jame, I think. I can't go down this choke point against Woxic on an AWP. There's no way. I was really curious there though. I don't know what do you think about this, James. We saw the play into the B bomb site, and the first player, you know, it's his job to check the first close corner. And given that there was a smoke on the right, you know, he's not going to get shot from anywhere else. And the first player did not check the close left corner, disappeared through the smoke to wide swing onto car. And then his teammates also didn't check that corner, making me think that they thought that he would have checked the corner.
Well, I think because he didn't die. I think he jumps out fast. But there was Buster, I don't know if it was, I think he was team flashed at the same time. So I don't think Buster saw Chris J go past. He went through the smoke and got shot in the face with an AWP. So I think it was just unfortunate timing. I guess the idea is he just makes a forward play and his teammates can trade. But didn't quite work out that way on that occasion. Game point for mousesports now, and Kika tries to hold down the pit. Frozen looking for the trade fragger, I guess. Taken out by Kika in the pit, and Rops will try to trade, but not given an opportunity just yet. He'll be isolated now, but Smoke, the HE, says, we know that you could be there, or maybe we know that you are there. So Rops has got an important part to play, but in the meantime, the dominoes are falling on the A bomb site, forcing a retreat. Mo gets his bell rung, and there comes Rops. Just not enough personnel, and I think it's the end of the line here for AVANGAR on Dust 2 at the very least.
Bomb has been planted. Not a happy thing for Buster to hear. Gets a free one day. Nice little freebie from mousesports, but it is just a sample. And there's no more where that came from, I don't imagine. Not for free, at least. Oh dear. But there it is, 16-11. mousesports are able to close down Dust 2. And again, mousesports are a great Dust 2 team, but AVANGAR, we know them to have somewhat of an identity on that map. But they weren't really able to get into that groove that we know them for.